A massive corruption scandal rocking eastern Arkansas. Dozens of people have been indicted, including 5 police officers in a federal undercover sting dubbed Operation Delta Blues. The officers are accused of taking bribes and allegedly looking the other way. Shipments of cocaine, crack, marijuana moved across state lines on their watch. So these arrests, this is all part of a 4-year investigation into corruption, drug trafficking, and we're told more arrests could be on the way.
Several of those indicted today are no strangers to law enforcement. Many have been charged in state court with some of the most serious class-wide felonies, including murder, yet they remain free today. As our investigation moves forward, we continue to find instances where these violent felonies were never completely prosecuted and some of the most serious charges were dropped.
And CNN's George Howell has been digging into this corruption investigation, talking to the police chief, those arrested. George Howell, by the way, welcome to CNN.
Thank you very much.
I'd be remiss in not saying that. So first, what do you know? What have you learned?
Well, this is such a big case. I just got off the phone with the West Helena Police Chief, and he says, right now, 5 of his officers indicted. That's a big deal. We're talking about such a small department of about 35 full-time officers. Mm-hmm. He believes others may be involved, so he's launching his own investigation to find out if more corruption is on the way.
If we're doing something wrong, we're going to find out. I have to win the honor and respect back of this community. I came here September 1st with that mission in hand, that I will provide them with what they're supposed to get.
Now, what's really impressive about this case, Brooke, it's the scale of the case. 70 people who were arrested. Right now, they're still looking for 9 people, but a total of 61 have been arrested, are in custody. The other thing that's a really interesting fact about this case, they used 16 wiretaps, 16 court-authorized wiretaps to get the job done. Another thing about the case, it's how many officers were on the ground to get this done. We're talking 700 to 800 police officers, agents, including the Arkansas National Guard. They were all out there looking for these people, and so many different jobs, so many different roles. Some were there to create choke points in and out of the city, others just to make sure city services continued while this big operation continued.
So given the fact that this was such a huge scale, seeing the numbers, were any other officers injured?
Amazingly, 1 officer was shot. We've learned non-life-threatening injuries and is currently in the hospital, but no other injuries that we've heard of at this point.
So what's next?
Well, at this point, I just talked to the U.S. attorney who's handling the case, and he says this is only phase 1. There could be a phase 2, and he anticipates there may be more arrests. I asked him if there were any other public officials, and he's not sure at this point, didn't specify, but certainly said more arrests could be on the way.
Let us know when and if that happens. George Howell, thank you very much.